Hey everybody, this is Hadrian. Thanks for watching. Let's play some more of The Long Dark in our Against All Odds series. Did I hear a wolf? I feel like I did. I feel like I did. How long have we survived? 24 days, 18 hours, 43 minutes. Pretty cool. We need to finish harvesting that bear. The bear is right there. There's the wolf. I knew I heard a wolf. Knew I wasn't crazy. Feels like 32 degrees. So still pretty early in the day. Tell you what. I'm going to go back inside and rest for just a little bit longer and see if this weather blows over. Because this doesn't look like very friendly weather. Plus, there are nearby furry woodland friends that I would prefer not to have to deal with. So let's rest until we're fully rested. There we go. Looks much brighter. 12 hours of daylight left. We are hungry. So tell you what, let's go ahead and fix that problem because we're going to have a big full day of exploration ahead of us. Actually, you know what? I am also going to eat one of these wolf steaks because they're getting pretty low in condition. I can risk the intestinal parasites because it's just 1% right now. Awesome. All the way up to 25 calories, and I still have food on me that can give me another 279. Let's have a look around, shall we? Still looking pretty snowy. So there's a dead bear. This is nearly a 60-pound bear, and I've harvested about a third of its meat. So I should definitely go harvest more. But I don't really want to right now, to tell you the truth. Alright, see, I hear a wolf. There's one right there. Yeah. I'm going to use that as my excuse. There's too many wolves in the area, I'm not quite sure where they are. Plus the weather's not great, so if I knelt down and tried to get 20 more pounds off that bear right now, it would take a while, and things would get bad. Could get bad. Not necessarily would, but could. Our lantern is a little bit annoyingly low on fuel. I think my jerry can back at the house has more, and with any luck we'll find another jerry can that has even more. But we just need to head down this direction on Coastal Highway for a while. I thought that was an animal corpse for a second. Right there. It's not. It's just some black rock. Happens all the time in the Long Dark. But yeah. So we've been this way before, but we haven't been all the way down to this particular end of Coastal Highway. How many bullets do I have? Still 6. Haven't fired a shot. I have. I found a bullet and then fired it, but I haven't actually, because of that, I haven't actually lost a bullet. So there's a lot of wolves on the ice out here. That's the house where we started out a few episodes back. Well, not started out, but that's where we went for an episode or so to explore. So we've explored all of the areas kind of out on the ice, with the exception of maybe one of the fishing huts that's closest to where we're headed. But now I need to keep looking. I definitely, on account of what happened with the bear last episode in that game of chicken that I played, where I underestimated my running speed given the fact that I was encumbered, go back and watch it if you didn't see it. It's in the last episode. It's insane. On account of that, I definitely am feeling a bit more mortal right now, which is not good, you know. Well, I guess it's kind of balanced when you're playing The Long Dark. You definitely need to be aware that you could die at any minute, so you can, you know, make good decisions. But at the same time, like, there's a certain confidence that you have when you play The Long Dark for a while that enables you to make bold decisions and do things that keep you from being too timid. And I'm definitely feeling a bit of timidity right now, which is not good. I know this feeling. It's happened to me before. I don't necessarily mention it. I don't say it, when I'm playing, but if I'm being totally honest with you guys right now, that bear scared the crap out of me. Not quite literally, but it was very scary. Alright, now the wind is blowing against us, which is really kind of annoying. You just had to choose this direction to blow. You couldn't blow the other way and speed us up. Oh my god, the weather's gonna get in our way. Alright. 11 hours of daylight left. Maybe this will blow over before the end of the day. We're gonna hole up in here. This was our first stop when we arrived at Mystery Lake originally. Hey, dead guy. Good to see you. We have a bunch of clothes here that we left behind. Also, I think... No, didn't leave anything in those drawers. Came back and got it. Alright, let's go ahead and rest. Well, can we rest, really? Not, we can't, really. I'll rest for an hour and see if it lets me. Crappy weather. Alright, let's drink this. This will reduce our burden a little bit more. And I guess what we'll do is just pass the time and see if that helps the storm go away. I'm going to give myself a bit more volume here. I try not to do volume control when I'm playing the Long Dark, because it's one of the games where that little meter will pop up on the screen when I'm recording. Some games it won't, but... Alright, so we're actually pretty thirsty again. That's good. I wanted to get thirsty. I don't hear any wind. That's good news. So let's... Did I look in that drawer? Yes, I did. Did I look under this couch? Hey, dead guy. No, I didn't. Alright. Or yes, I did, because there's nothing there. God, it's so bright. Look at this. It's so bright. I freaking love this. Already been through here. Alright. Let's hope the brightness outside corresponds to... Or the brightness of the windows corresponds to the brightness outside. Eh. Actually doesn't. Alright, so we're going to keep walking. And pretty soon we'll be at one of the other areas. Need to keep my head on a swivel. Somewhere up here there's a forestry lookout. Very much like the one in Mystery Lake. Can't see it right now, but it's up here. If it weren't so foggy, we could probably see it. Oh, what's that? Icicles hanging in midair? Oh, that's fun. Also, crows are circling, which usually heralds dead things. I don't see anything dead, though. Interesting. Alright, we'll just keep walking. Oh, okay. Well, here's that spot that I mentioned several episodes back. I said that there was a spot with the dead guy, and there is indeed. Because there he is. And this is what those crows were circling over each time that I've come into this region. If you're wondering what they were circling over, it was this guy. I tried to get up on that ledge and look down and see him, but I couldn't. Alright. Beef jerky. Crow feather, very good. Any other crow feathers laying around? No, it's just a black spot. All right. Moving on. And see, that right there is why I needed to keep my pry bar on me. Because having the pry bar helps me pry open trunks. Let's hop in here, see if there's anything in the glove box, maybe. Not just any grape soda. I think I saw a sewing kit. 100%, very good. And the trunk is locked. I've got my fingers crossed for some bullets, personally. Mittens. Basic gloves. Okay. Your trunk is literally a glove compartment. Thanks, car. Here's another dead guy. This is a very typical location for a dead guy. There's almost always one here. I think there was in Season 1 as well. Crow feather. Crow feather. Crow feather. There's a fishing hut I don't think I've been to yet. Yeah, I definitely haven't been to that one. Definitely not. Alright. There's a wolf right there. That's not the best positioning for a wolf. Don't see any other animals around. Yeah, when you consider where I'm trying to go, that wolf is not in a good place. I could very well end up having to kill him in a second. Oh, look, there's another one. That's nice. Oh, man, I missed him. I am off my game today. Now that was a wasted bullet right there. Off my game. And it's getting foggier. Not good. Let's go through the cupboards real quick. Pick up those matches. Pick up the cloth. New beef jerky. Dog food. Yeah, you better run. Alright, I'm going to kind of follow him a bit because this is the way back to the shoreline. There we go. That's all I needed. That's all I needed. I just hope there's not a bear, like, straight ahead of me, because I can't see him right now, but there could be a bear. For that matter, I hope there's not a wolf. I prefer not to waste any more bullets. Definitely not firing as true as I normally do. Alright, so there's a bunch going on here. I'm going to take a peek into each of these huts. Thankfully, they're nice and bright inside. Don't have to start my lantern. Here's a metal container. I'll go ahead and put my gun away. Alright, let's see what's in here. Anything? Military grade MRE. Yay. Here's a drawer. Basic wool hat. I think another basic wool hat. I think the wool hats are not as good as the toques. I think I've already found wool hats in this run. Alright, there's a flare. Very good. Wait. Oh yeah, risk of intestinal parasites. I was like, why are you telling me I have a I have a condition? Scared me for a second. Alright, let's go ahead and eat this the rest of this venison. Go ahead and drink some water. That might bring our burden down a little bit. Yeah, the MRE is no joke. They're heavy. Now I have picked up some clothing items as well, so we're going to harvest those. All right, question mark hours of daylight left. Yeah, wool hat is not as good as the toque. So let's harvest that. Yeah, the more I think about it, I think the repair button should be on top. Even if you can't repair, you should have to select harvest. Repair should be the default option, even if it's not doable. So, like, imagine it highlighted, but then you would see the red X if you couldn't do it, but it's still highlighted. And then you'd select harvest if you definitely want to harvest something. That way it would eliminate that mistake. Speaking of that, we just want to harvest this. and these mittens as well. When you're going through harvesting stuff, it's never a problem because you're clicking the button that you want to. But all right. Did I see something else there? Nope. Nope. Okay, let's see what else is here. It's going to be nice and foggy, possibly even blizzardy. Son of a... Bandage. See? Stuff under food. Or stuff under bed. Dog food specifically. This is why it's worth it to look around. Even though I haven't always been good about that this series. There was even this. Seeing this chair reminds me there was a soda on the floor in the Mystery Lake camp office that I completely overlooked because I've never seen a soda there. But I saw it watching the first episodes back, and I was like, "Hey, that's a freaking soda." Wolf, are you still here? Evidently not. Because I am freely walking from cabin to cabin without getting my arm bitten off. Hey, it's a backpack. With nothing in it. Hey, it's a plastic container. With nothing in it. I don't plan these things, I swear. Ragged ski jackets. That's nice and heavy. I'm probably going to end up harvesting that. Because I've already got some nice spare ski level stuff. Anything under the bed? Nope. Go through all the drawers? Yup. Anything under this side of the bed? Nope. Anything in here? No. That's everything. Alright, let's harvest the ragged ski jacket for a nice 2 cloth. And I have one more spot nearby that I need to check out. Starting to clear up. Wolf is nowhere in sight. Mountaineering rope. That is good to know. I'm going to go ahead and pick that up. Another hunting knife as well. Fishing tackle. Let's look in this drawer, see if anything is here. And let's poke our heads in here. Fishing cabin. That's dark in here. Good lord. What's happening? It's nice and easy to see everywhere else, but here it's dark. Metal container. Anything? No. Lockers. Always a good sign. Is this where the locker was? Is this where it was in season 1? I remember there was something I left in a locker, and I couldn't find where the locker was. And I came back for it, looking for it, like, after I passed... Oh, good, a rifle round. That's good. That makes up for that wasted shot. And then I couldn't find the locker. I had left the locker kind of unsearched, because I didn't have a pry bar, I think. And I came back to look, and I couldn't find the lockers. Well, they're the lockers. Shame I can't load Season 1 back up. Because if you don't know, when you lose in the Long Dark, you lose your save. You definitely do. It's not fun. All right, so this mountaineering rope is a nice 11 pounds. We're going to drop it. We're going to put it up on the table here. But we're going to remember that this is where it is, because as soon as we find a climbing location in this area, we can come back with a mountaineering rope, if there's not already a rope attached, and we can definitely make use of that rope. All right, I'm going to go and eat this dog food, because dog food is freaking heavy. Plus it's 500 calories. I'll eat this beef jerky as well, which will put us right up to almost 2,500. And we will drink this water. And we're good to go. All right. I will go ahead and cut this episode here, I think. And in the next episode, we'll keep going down the road. I'll tell you what. Tell you what. Psych. Just kidding. Let's go ahead and wrap this up. Because we're actually pretty close. If we keep walking over this bridge, really. This is the far side. Yay, creepy music. See, there's a fishing hut that I haven't been to. So I kind of want to sneak out there real quick. Yeah, I'm going to do that. But yeah, this is the far side of Coastal Highway. Music's gone now. Still looks sunsetty, but that makes more sense because there's 2 hours of daylight left. So we're probably going to eat up all that's left of this day doing this last bit of exploring, which is fine. Ah, this is one of those with a door on it. Doesn't mean anything necessarily, it just means there's a door. I heard a wolf. Nice and creepy. Alright, let's peek in here real quick. Tin of sardines. Basic gloves. Nothing. Nothing. Okay. Nothing in here, nothing in the corners. Wow. Pretty slim pickings, as they say. Alright, I'm going to head this way. I think there's a wreck somewhere around here, too. Is it under the bridge, I think? Or am I thinking of another location? It could be in another zone. Oh yeah, let's load up that new round we got. Perfect. Also, I have spotted bears here, specifically right across from where we are now. There's usually a bear wandering in that clearing. So I need to be very careful that I don't walk up on a bear right now that's like right on the other side of this ridge. I'm just glad I killed that bear the last time. It wasn't a one-shot kill. It definitely came after me and almost killed me, but or at least almost mauled me. I think I said a while back that I wouldn't mind getting mauled during this series as long as I survive, because I think that's from an entertainment perspective. That's never happened to me, first of all, so it'll be fun in that sense. It'll be scary as crap, but it's a game. It'll be fun. Plus, just as far as having content that's different from the past season, it's also a good thing. Okay, I think this is it, if I'm not mistaken. I think this is more or less all there is to Coastal Highway. Okay, I'm going to keep walking, though, just to be sure. Because I feel like sometimes there's things you can pick up down here if you're determined and push as far as you can. Or maybe not. Maybe I'm just wasting my time. Who knows? Yeah. Doesn't look like there's a lot to be done here. Yep. Okay. Turning around. So let's walk back. Should be able to reach a nice stopping point when I get back inside the fishing huts. Pretty tired, so we'll have to rest in the fishing huts before I go anywhere. So the next episode, I'll have to go all the way down to the other end. Oh, I thought that was a wolf for a second. It's just a bunny. I want to kill you.
It's dusk, so night can't be far behind.
I'm so tempted, but you know the way I am with hitting stuff in the long dark. I need to start making snares. That's what I need to do. Oh yeah, that's right. There might be a wreck down here. I'm going to take a look. I need to start making snares so I can catch rabbits and make rabbit skin mitts, because rabbit skin mitts are the one animal skin clothing item that I don't have yet. There's another bunny. Okay, so there's not a wreck down here. I'm thinking of another spot. Or I might be thinking of the... No, it's not the body that I found under that wooden bridge. There's definitely a wreck somewhere. It's in Pleasant Valley. You know what? I'm almost positive now. I'm almost positive it's in Pleasant Valley. Yeah, I think I can picture it. I think I'm seeing it. Maybe. But okay, we are doing pretty well. How long have we survived? 25 days, 6 hours, 39 minutes. Not bad. So we are 15 days away from the halfway mark, roughly. The original Against All Odds Season 1 was almost an 80-day run. If I actually hit 80 days, I will beat Season 1's record, which would be a nice way to... I guess, declare success with this series. And then, of course, I would keep going for as long as I could stand it. There's always the possibility that I could make Season 2 and Season 3 the same run. If, for instance, I was talking about towards the end of Season 1 that I would potentially... Can I get over this? There we go. That I could potentially... hit a point where I wanted to switch to another game for a while, just so I'm not playing one game for too long in one slot. And I'm trying to see what these crows are circling over. If you're wondering what I'm doing, that's what I'm doing. There's definitely a dead guy, but there's also definitely a wolf. So we'll get to that in next episode. If I can remember. But yeah, one thing I might do, you guys let me know what you think of this in the comments, is if this run goes well, I would just cut it at one point, and then Season 3 would be the continuation of this one. But, you know, that's an idea. That's not necessarily something I'm going to do. So... I kind of like the idea of starting anew every time I have a new season. So keeping a run going as opposed to starting anew would be something different. So you guys let me know what your thoughts are on that. So anyway, that's enough of that. We've gone almost for 30 minutes this episode, so I will cut this one here. As I said I was going to do about 10 minutes ago, but then I decided I wanted to explore some more, right? But thanks very much for watching. If you enjoyed, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. I upload new episodes in Against All Odds every day at 6 Eastern Daylight Time, which is GMT -4 for those of you not in the States. And comments are always welcome. See you next episode.